Right, wonderful. Looks like that recording has started now.
Okay.
So just as a quick overview, today we're going to have a look mostly at entering results within SportsTracker.
Yep.
We'll then have a look at how we can sort of export some of those in a couple of the pages that you might be interested in as you're running the event. So
Awesome.
we've already got our swimming carnival set up. So we're going to
Yep.
navigate into that one using this icon. And then we're going to go to the events page to start. Now, we do have participants assigned to each of our events already. If you do need to make changes to the participants, I would probably suggest doing it through here.
That's all right. No worries. I'm just gonna have to move computers, mate. Sorry.
No
I'll
worries.
just 2 secs, mate. Sorry about that. I'll just jump that on. Luke, you there?
Yep, still got you.
Yeah. Got you, mate. How are you?
Beautiful.
Sorry.
All good, all good.
Yeah, keep going, mate. Sorry. I'll be 2 secs.
No, you're right. So all I was indicating was, like you sort of found out when you went to the other school's carnival,
Yep.
generally a good idea to make sure that your participants for the events are correct before we enter the results.
Yep.
So with that in mind, on the day, if you do have anyone that you need to add to those events, I'm going to recommend doing that on the events tab here, and then using the icon of the two little people to view the participants.
Okay, so events tab, yep.
So in here, let's say, for example, Eli rocks up for this one. We can just search for their name. We can select Eli and then go assign checked.
Assign checked, yeah, cool.
That'll move over to this side. Now, if you've got some people in here who don't show up, you can leave them in there, because when you go to enter the results, you can just mark them as did not finish. So that might save you a little bit of time. If you've got to add people, 100% do that via the participants. If you've got people who don't show, you can just mark them as DNF.
Yeah, awesome.
Beautiful.
So, mate, I went and reconfigured all the races on the weekend, so they're even, if that makes sense.
The number of participants, yeah.
So that's the event schedule. But when I do the events, so essentially that, like each event, I think it's in the when you go to the export.
The Marshall sheets, perhaps?
Yeah, Marshall sheets. So I use the results page to reconfigure so the schedule won't match up with the Marshall sheets, which is not a big deal, I don't imagine.
If we've made changes, we should then be able to generate a new Marshall sheet, and this should, in theory, be accurate. So event ID 1, 50-meter freestyle, year 7 male, 9:15. Yep. We've got Matthew, Elon, Darcy, and Joshua.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, so it does look to be correct. Should be also in the correct order.
All that's sweet. I just see how I've changed like Daniel Burnaby into that second race, because he was in the first race when they first nominated. And there was like 6 in the first race and 3 in the second, so I just moved some people down.
Got you. Yeah, so as long as you were to jump in and generate another version of those Marshall sheets.
I've done all that. Yeah.
Reflective. Yeah, so everything should line up. The Marshall sheets will generate based on the data at the time you click generate.
Yeah. The only difference is that some of the races won't exist now because, they exist in the event schedule, but they don't exist in the actual day because I've moved kids like into one race that were over 2, if that makes sense.
Okay, yeah. So if there is an event which has no students assigned to it, then it won't be visible within the Marshall sheets.
Awesome. Yeah, that's exactly right. So that won't affect the result sheet either, right, when we're going through?
No, perfectly fine to leave those events as empty. If you
Yeah.
really wanted to, at the end of the day, you could go through and delete those events if you wanted to
Yeah.
be, 100% certain. But
Yeah.
empty events are fine. They won't impact anything.
Nah, it seems pretty straightforward.
The only thing that it is going to impact is on our meet progress page, this little
Okay.
percentage complete total. If you've got, say, 2 events in there that aren't actually run, then it's going to say like
Yes.
99% complete. That's
Gotcha.
the only impact it'll have.
Is that a big issue?
No, it's purely visual. So the
Yeah,
only
wicked.
thing is it'll just say 99 instead of 100.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah,
So
awesome.
once we've got all of our sort of participants lined up, I'd probably suggest entering results via this result view in here. There
Yeah.
is a result entry in this section, but being
Yeah.
that we're anticipating we're going to need to change participants, we might as well do it on this events page. So we can click the icon to the far right, the burger menu of the 3 white lines.
Yeah.
That'll take you over to the results. And in here, we simply enter the values for each participant. We've got the disqualified and did not finish options on the right,
Yeah, awesome.
and then we just hit save. Now, with this, 2 small things that I'll note, every field does require a value. So what I mean by that is even if we've got these guys here and Matthew's super fast and swims it in, say, like 50 seconds, we still need to input a value for this minutes column.
Right.
So we set this as like 0 minutes, 55 seconds.
That's right. Yeah.
Beautiful. The other caveat, I'm not sure if you'll run into it. I've only had a couple of people, but if you're on a really small screen on the day,
Yeah.
some of these columns, it'll be hard to see like what you've entered. Yeah, I can't even
Right.
replicate it. There we go. I can replicate it at 200% zoom. But if you've got a really small screen, you can see how I've entered a result, but there's no space to show it.
Yeah.
If you run into that, you can just reduce the zoom a little bit,
Yeah.
and that should then allow it to display for you.
Yeah, cool. Might just take 2 screens, I think, for both of the guys, like both of us that are heading using the program.
Yeah, no worries. So are you looking at entering results on like a laptop or a tablet on the day?
Yeah, just laptop, mate. Yeah.
Yeah, laptop, you should be perfectly fine. If it does pop up, you can just reduce that zoom or give us a yell if you run into anything, of course.
Yeah, brilliant.
Beautiful. So that's how we would go about entering our results. Just to recap, again, it's on the events page, and then it's the 3 white lines icon to the far right.
Yep.
Beautiful. Now you can also go next event and previous event up the top right if you wish, or you can just navigate back to that events page once you're done, whichever you prefer.
Yeah, cool.
Cool. So as we start entering our results throughout the course of the day,
so I don't even need to put anything around remove selected, only edit participants. That's the only one I really need to touch if I need to add someone.
I would probably do that on the participants
page.
Yeah,
you see the participants page. It's a lot easier, right?
Yeah, I find that easier. So that's the one I'm going to recommend. You can do both, but personally, I just use this one for participants, and then I use results for just results.
Yeah, cool.
So as we're going throughout the course of the day and we're entering in results, every time we hit save, that data is sort of live. So what I mean by that is, let's say, for example, we entered in our results for event ID 1 here.
Yeah.
Then on our meet progress page, this percentage completion is going to start moving up.
Cool.
And in the meet feed here, you're going to see the most recent results entered as well. So I think it shows you the most recent.
I reckon I've chosen the noisiest part of the school.
No worries. It was a good idea to do the recording.
Sorry.
So at a minimum, at least we can watch it back later, but give me a yell if you need me to repeat anything.
No, you're going well, mate. It's I'm glad I recorded it.
Sweet. So yeah, as we're entering results, this progress bar will start ticking up. We'll also see some items in the meet feed here. The other key thing that you'll probably be checking on throughout the day is going to be this results tab on the left-hand side.
Yeah. This is for like scores for the teams and for the houses, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly right. So if we click on results, it'll expand out and we've got three options in here. The top two are probably the only ones you need to worry about. Champion students is the first.
We are going to give
So
out
in this,
trophies, but I suppose we'll just go through the sheets at the end to work out who wins those trophies, right?
yeah, and you're going to be handing out like physical trophies.
Yeah, we are. Yeah.
Yeah, cool, cool. So don't even worry about the trophy
Yeah.
winners or meet trophies in here. These are like virtual trophies within SportsTracker.
Okay.
They do exist, but they're very limited. They're something that we're going to be building on. So for now, I would recommend just champion students and team scores.
Awesome. Yep.
Sweet. So in our champion students, we will see just the best performer for the two genders and each age bracket. So let's say, for example, we've entered in half of our results for the day. We're going to see the best performer at that time for each of those categories.
Yep.
Now, do you also award like trophies or certificates or anything for second and third, or is it just the?
So we're going. We're doing ribbons, but the essence of the trophies will be champion per year group per gender, and then runner up with a medal.
Okay, beautiful. So by default, this view here is just going to show you the champions.
Yeah.
If you are also interested in runner up, then we just need to click show all.
Cool.
And that will change, and it's going to show. It will show like every student, but it's going to
but you just get 1 and 2 then, right?
Yeah, exactly. So you'll see 1 and 2 up the top. Scroll down to the next section, 1 and 2. Next section, 1 and 2.
Yeah, awesome. And I want to I'm going to do like a overall champion kit, like so the best across, like most points across all races.
Yeah, 100%.
So that's easy enough to get.
For sure. So on your champion view, let's say, for example, in here, we'll probably have like 6 or 8 students. This little points column here will tell you how many points that student has. So at a glance, you'll be able to see the champion of the champions.
Yeah, gotcha. Cool. That's it. That's perfect.
Beautiful. And like I mentioned, this will sort of be collating itself throughout the course of the day as well.
Yeah.
So you will be able to see, who's current champ at 10 a.m., current champ at 1 p.m., current champ at 3 p.m., all of that.
Yeah, wicked.
Awesome. Aside from that, we've got team scores, which is probably the other big one. So you'll see running totals throughout the day in here as well. So if you're looking at sort of like fostering some healthy competition, you can say, Ruben, you guys are coming fourth, Benjamin's coming first, Judah second, Naftali third. There's only 50 points or 20 points between these two. Judah, see if you can get some more guys to participate, that kind of thing. Awesome. Aside from our team scores, we also have bonus points. So in bonus points, we're able to essentially award points to whoever we want or whatever we want, and we can give them however many points.
Yeah, cool.
So I'm not sure if you've used bonus points in the past, but some schools will have like loudest cheer, highest participation rate. I've seen some schools do best dressed as well.
So, no, I like all that.
So you can just jump in and you can go, okay, Benjamin team, you guys get 10 points for loudest cheer. And then you just hit save. That'll award those points directly onto that team. I'm not going to do it now.
So we can just add that through the day,
Yep. So you can add that throughout the course of the day, and that will automatically update on those team scores or champion students if you give points to a specific student.
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. So that's probably going to be the course of the day. We're going to be modifying our participants and entering our results via that events page.
Yep.
The results tab here, we'll be checking on sort of periodically to check for each of our champs and our teams. We can award bonus points for whatever we wish. And then probably the last thing is going to be post-carnival. So once we've got all of our events added in, all of our results added in for our events, then the result exports tab is probably what we'll take a look at after that. So
Yeah,
in
awesome.
here, you've got a number of reports that you can generate. Most of them are in PDF form, and you can grab these for basically the school's records, and you can keep them on file. So you've got all the results. That's going to give you every result for every event.
Yep.
Champion students will just be basically this view here.
Yep.
Don't think we've got any records set up in your account yet.
No, we don't. No, I don't think I've ever held records.
Oh, okay. Well, if that's something you are interested in sort of starting to set up, we could have
Yeah, I
a bit
think
of a
so.
chat about that post carnival as well. You can just set the records in here, and then when you're on a specific event, it'll tell you what the current record is up the top left.
Oh, cool.
And when someone breaks that, you can award them additional points.
Yeah,
It'll trigger an email, and then you can obviously get it in this record set report as well.
So would we? I mean, so if we just say we want records set, would that as soon as the best time comes through for that year, does that become the now new record if we like preset it?
Good
Or
question.
do you have to
So
type it in?
this record set here, this is just a report of records that have been broken within this
Gotcha.
meet.
Yeah, no, that's
To
fine.
start off, it does need records entered at like an initial phase, and
Yep.
then after that, it's all automated.
Yeah, cool.
Awesome. Team scores, you can grab that. Total scores, relay participants list. It's not really used. The big ones that I'm going to recommend is basically the all results, and then probably champion students will be the two that I'll suggest. All results is, like I mentioned, everything. And the reason that I'm going to recommend having that one is just so that the school has all of that data on file. So let's say, for example, if you do decide to, like, not use SportsTracker in a couple of years or something along those lines, you're not going to lose that data.
Lose all that info. That's cool.
Yeah, personally, I'm going to always recommend that people have local copies of anything that's important to them. Not necessarily just for SportsTracker or for work in general, but if you've got something you don't want to lose, it's always best to have a copy offline. Tech is tech, things happen. Awesome. That's probably about it for the day.
Brilliant.
So we've touched on entering all of our results, what we check on the day, and then post carnival. Is there anything that comes to mind that we haven't touched on that you want to have a chat about?
No, I think keep it simple this year, mate. And that's kind of covers off everything we need. So, if you just flick us a link to that video, I'll send it on to Shane, and we might review that together.
Yeah, absolutely. So what we'll do from here is I'll first of all stop the recording if we're finishing up. Which will be over here.
You might be worth